up again? What up again? What up again? We gonna play NBA 2K23 using my player, Gabriel. Yes. Anyway, we want this guy. Oh, we can't really get him right now. We're not gonna trade Kaminga. Add a player. Fuck, I accidentally clicked that. What is it called? Utah Jazz. This guy, man, like, I swear to God, how tall are you? 7 feet tall. Yeah, we need him. Who does we have here? Okay, who does we have in here? I think we can trade J. Paul. Okay, Thompson. Definitely not Draymond Green. I swear to God, I'm gonna put you on like 21 years old, 20 years old. Yeah, I'm gonna reduce these fuckers' age. Yeah. And now we against the Dallas Mavericks. Let's go play. Icon statement. Yeah, we about to cook y'all. Doncic is not that ripped, my guy. And why our team chemistry is 48%? Why does it keep reducing every time I play? Anyways, let's begin. Yeah, definitely I'm holding Doncic. You go for Kyrie, Green for Butlers, Kaminga and Wood, yeah. And it's fun, and it's wait, let me hold up. Let me wear my bandana real quick.
Their fans are ready, and if this shot from earlier is any indication, the Mavericks certainly look ready too. Welcome everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Hi everyone, I'm Brian Anderson alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
The Mavericks last season traded away Kristaps Porzingis. Can they find a new number 2? Coach Jason Kidd said, quote, "We'll see. It could be we'll have no second scorer, just guys that play roles at a high level. And you see teams win championships that way, too. I have to put guys in position to be successful and find a way to win." Brian.
Thanks, Allie. And tonight, we're looking at two teams who make their living beyond the arc, Grant.
Yeah, they love to shoot the three-point shot, and they do it effectively. And, of course, that means these two teams understand the importance of good spacing. They're great shooters on both sides, to be sure, but motion and ball movement are the real keys to their three-point attacks.
Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Jimmy Butler. Kuminga is out there with Draymond Green. Then there's Stephen Curry, and it's Gabriel in at the 1. And for Dallas, Maxi Kleber out there with Josh Green. Then there's
Alright, I'm back with my bandana on because my hair is getting a bit too long. I need to like trim it a bit because I'm aiming to get a wolf cut. Yeah, I'm not getting that blowout paper. Maybe
Christian Wood. Then it's Luka Doncic, and it's Irving in at the shooting guard position. Here's Gabriel. Outside. Curry. Pass to Gabriel. Wood grabs the board. So it's the Mavericks now. Irving against Curry. From 7 feet away, and the bucket is good from Irving in deep.
Irving, excellent at converting with either hand. He's got a special talent for finishing in the lane.
Butler passes to Curry. Here's Gabriel, guarded by Doncic, and he dunks it down.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Now here's Green. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Just 5 to shoot. From deep, here's Doncic. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him. When you look at the intangibles of Luka Doncic, he has some of the best court awareness in the league, and that shows up most with his passing and body control.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Pass to Irving. Back to Doncic. Now Wood. Over Green. Wood misses, and the way Doncic can feel the defenders around him speaks to his great court sense, Grant.
No question. And the elite footwork he has makes the most of it. I mean, one of the best at shielding defenders with his body. It's really how he can navigate through a defense with ease.
Now here's Green. Irving for 3. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now.
Not exactly what they're looking for out of the gates. Just 1 of 4 shooting.
Here's Curry, and they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
And the balance Curry possesses is unique. Impressive at staying in control even when he gets fouled. And after winning MVP honors in 2015, Steph Curry was even better in 2016, taking home another MVP award, going back-to-back.
And the free throw, no good. And that 2016 MVP year for Curry, Grant, one of the best regular seasons ever.
Oh, so true, B.A. Think about this. The Warriors winning an NBA record 73 games. Steph shattering the three-pointers made record, over 400 for the season. Also leading the league in steals. Steph in 15-16, something else, guys. The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And Dallas calls time here.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
To take a look at a terrific player who has earned the Player of the Week in the Western Conference.
It's clear that he's a key aspect of their offensive success. His decisions with the ball are what creates opportunities for himself and the rest of his teammates.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Butler with a steal. Right side Curry. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Having swept this team in the regular season, they completely imploded in their postseason matchup.
Yeah, that just shows you never know how the regular season playoff matchups are going to play out. I mean, who knows how it plays out tonight? We'll watch and find out.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
Yeah, taking the onus on himself to make something happen. Got it into the teeth of the defense and made them pay.
Here's Gabriel. That shot missing. Some solid D from Wood. The Mavericks trailing. Pass to Kleba. Comes up empty down low.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Run.
Here's Gabriel. Takes the 3. Knocks down the triple. He's got 7.
I just love the ball movement.
Dallas has gone 0 for 2 from outside. And this Mavericks team, Grant, they are loaded up on shooters who can hurt you from outside.
And that's the way they should be built. Force teams to spread out and give Luka space. And when the Mavs get hot from outside, they are dangerous.
Gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The Mavericks have gone only 2 of 6 from the field. Irving. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. You know, one thing Kyrie Irving has talked about is reclaiming his power, Grant.
Well, he has stopped listening to the outside voices telling him what to do, finding his own purpose and his identity. And at times, that's meant being something of a renegade.
That free throw good from Irving.
And you know, you felt this coming ever since summer when the idea of Kyrie Irving out of Brooklyn. Now, we all know the two sides just couldn't see a long-term future together, so the Nets were able to send Irving away and get something before he left in free agency.
Well, Grant, it's still early in the season, but when you're on a team, do you have a good sense of where you stand in the league at this point?
Well, it's hard to say. The year is just getting started. You just never know about injuries, trades, chemistry, how it all comes together. So I think most players aren't too concerned with the standings just yet.
Good on both.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Outside, Green. Here's Doncic. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
That's just a fantastic decision from Doncic, seeing a chance to go to work inside and taking it.
Basket counts. Butler's got 6.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Pass to Green. And we've got 1:18 left to play in the first. 6 to shoot. From deep, here's Doncic. Gets the 3 to fall. He has 7. The Warriors have got 7 of 11 shots to find the mark. Here's Kuminga. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It'll go on Maxi Kleber.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Powell, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Hardaway comes in for Green. For Dallas, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter. 55 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Outside Irving. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Curry. They get it back. Here's Doncic. From down in the low post, it goes.
Luka's a big 6'7", very strong, deceptively so. He's an extra forward out there rebounding the ball, even though he's got point guard skills when it's in his hand.
And this kind of 6 slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
Irving for 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
But, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
And that one's good. Green.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Here's Doncic. He can't hit that time. Offense is coming free and easy as we wrap up the first. The Warriors, they're up by 6. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return.
You know what time it is, man. Here comes.
If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They've done a great job facilitating shooters. Their early game has seen a lot of hot passes and has kept the defense guessing as well.
In addition to that, they thrown their weight around inside tonight, too, thumping and bumping in the paint. A lot of their points have come from inside.
On the floor for the Warriors, we've got Green. Kuminga is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Stephen Curry, and it's Gabriel in at the point guard position. Offensive board, Kuminga. And it's blocked by Wood.
Boy, the length and activity of Wood making a huge impact here.
Hardaway against Butler. Steps back and fires. Rebounded by Gabriel.
Boy, you've really got to put those away, especially against soft interior defense.
And the basket by Curry.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
He is delivering a lot of room service dimes tonight. One sweet one after another.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Here's Gabriel, guarded by Doncic. Here's Butler, and it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And the Mavericks with some changes. Kleba comes in for Powell, and Green is subbed in for Hardaway.
Jimmy Butler's work ethic is really impressive. I mean, it seems like he never stops improving his game and looking for ways to be more effective on the floor, and that's why he's been as good as he's been so far in his career.
Irving, that's good. Gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter.
And, you know, what's most impressive about Luka Doncic is how fast he has become a bona fide star in this league. I mean, you get the feeling he's nowhere close to being done improving yet, but I believe those games at the
No, that shit was crazy. This post was tough though, I ain't gonna lie with you.
highest level in Europe really prepared him to be a star in the NBA.
And Dallas calls time here. And Luka's the kind of guy you build your team around, Clark.
Yeah, and I think this next step is being a franchise player that learns how to lead effectively. It's incredible how much he has already accomplished at such a young age. His transition coming to the NBA from Europe has been, I think, surprisingly seamless.
Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Outside Irving. Back to Doncic. There's the three. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. Doncic has got 12 points in the game.
Doncic is such a confident player. He knows he can fire off the catch whenever he wants to.
Pass to Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Now here's Doncic. He's got 12. Here's Irving. From behind the arc. Rebounded by Gabriel. Here's Curry. And Curry throws it down.
And sometimes we forget about Curry's ups. He's more than happy to remind us with the slam.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second.
Bro, no. Curry, you talk about a 3-0, 6'3" Curry? Dunking like this? Oh, in what universe Curry dunking like this, man?
Doncic outside. Butler against Green. Back to Doncic. Pass to Irving. The three. Kuminga pulls it in. Kuminga's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Gabriel. And a miss there on the triple.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Here's Irving. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to go on Draymond Green. Well, Clark, you've got your good players in the league, but then there's that group that is in that elite category. What type of player commands that kind of respect?
Well, I think it's a guy who shows up every day but produces at a high level. I think you probably tip your hat to scores in that case, but there's a lot of respect and cachet given to outstanding defenders. Anybody that's excellent, consistent.
I don't care. I break that shot. But hey, bro. Yo, I'm recording that. Wait, hold on. Yo, I'm screenshotting this. You can hear the creak.
I think gets a level of respect that's special.
Down low. Here's Green. The shot, no good. Ooh, good work defensively by Butler. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Jimmy Butler's focus is all on team success. In fact, his agent said whenever he calls Jimmy to congratulate him on personal accolades, like All-NBA team, for example, Jimmy hangs up in his face before he can finish the sentence. Brian, for Butler, there's only one prize that really matters.
He's a rare breed, Allie, for sure. Thanks for that. Dallas calls timeout.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Dallas has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Doncic passes to Irving. Kleber outside from deep. Dallas again missing.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Here's Gabriel, guarded by Doncic. From 12 feet. It's rebounded by Kleber. The Mavericks trailing. From the arc. Rebounded by Gabriel. The Warriors have gone just 5 of 12 here in the second quarter. 1:27 left in the half. Clock at 6. Pass to Curry. Here's Gabriel. From deep. And that one's good. Green.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area. Wood flying up to slam down the alley-oop emphatically.
Here's Gabriel. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
He got in good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
For the away team. At the line for two.
Don't be mad and stepping on me, bro. Look. Oh shit. Bro's so mad, bro. Step on me.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Mavericks making a change here. Hardaway's checked in. Both good from the line that time. And for the Mavericks, they're shooting just 38% in this quarter. Outside Irving. Pass to Kleber. Takes one from 10 feet. Offensive rebound. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Jimmy Butler.
Well, that was a smart, heady play by Wood to get the contact. For a center, he's a pretty good foul shooter, too.
Yeah, and Christian Wood moving here to the Mavs over the summer. Now, the Mavs knew they wanted more size, so they sent a number of players in exchange, but they got a deadly weapon to help them this season.
Here's Gabriel. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. He was unstoppable. The Mavericks pull it in. Defeated by Milwaukee in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
I really think that L has to fall on their defense, or a lack thereof. Just not enough focus at that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. The Golden State Warriors, they're up 7. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Well, for the Warriors, Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
They're playing with speed, pushing the ball up, turnovers and long rebounds, running every chance they get. As we all know, scoring on the break is so much easier than finding open shots in the half court.
Kenny, how do you think Dallas played?
They've been out of sync in this one, shooting under, struggling to create good looks and settling for tough shots. I like to see them drive the basketball more and get easy buckets.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. And for the Mavericks, they're shooting just 38% for this game so far. They've got Luka Doncic, Christian Wood out there with Maxi Kleber. Then there's Josh Green, and it's Irving in at the 2-guard spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
Doncic taking pride in setting the table for his teammates. I love his unselfishness. Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
And that basket makes him 6 for 11, shooting a good percentage. And for the Warriors, they're shooting about 48% from the floor. Pretty good. Here's Gabriel with the drive.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming.
It's a bit itchy, my head, but okay.
And coming, and that they may not have an answer for.
Doncic finds Green. Second half rolling along, about a minute played here. From deep, here's Doncic, hauled in by Curry.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And it's in there. 21 points in the game.
Well, I tell you what, Curry is such a tremendous perimeter shooter that I think his ability to set up teammates and his unselfishness are often underrated.
Now here's Green. Pass to Irving. Beyond the arc. And the three-pointer goes. Irving's got 17 points.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Gabriel. Soft touch off the glass.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take it.
And they recover it. Irving for 3. Nails it from 3. Irving's got 20 points.
Tell you what, I don't think there's been a single shot that Irving has wanted and didn't get so far.
And here's Curry for 3. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes.
3.
And the Warriors lead by 6.
A nice start to the second half. Just one miss in their first 5 attempts.
The Mavericks have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Outside Irving. Pass to Green. Doncic on the wing. Goes up on the baseline. Buries the jump shot. He's got 16.
Doncic doesn't give the mid-range a lot of love, but he has the touch to knock it down from there.
Here's Gabriel. 23 points in the game. That one is off. Some solid D from Wood.
An area of big improvement for Christian Wood recently, his defensive presence. He's been doing more on that end of the floor the last couple of seasons.
Good shot selection is often the result of great execution.
There's the drive. Gabriel's shot is off.
Might like a do-over there. Quality look inside.
Throws it up high. And Wood with the stuff.
They really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wood. And the Mavericks with some changes. McGee, he's checked in for Wood. Powell comes in for Kleber. And it's Bullock in for Green. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Here's Gabriel, covered by McGee.
You know, Jimmy's really a great playmaker from the wing spot, and I think at times Butler can play point forward.
And let's take another look at that exceptional drive, thanks to Mobile One.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He's been a force of nature, and that drive, just another of his great plays this game.
That defensive improvement certainly shows up in Wood's stats, Clark.
Clearly. You look at his rebounds, BA, his shot blocking, all areas where he's making a bigger impact. You love seeing a guy like him who took a while to find his way into the league step up in that manner.
2 shots.
First one falls. Hardaway's checked in for Irving. Both shots good from the stripe. Dallas has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Bullock. Got a piece of it. And they're on the run. Here's Gabriel. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes. Butler's got his 4th assist with that last one.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
Outside Hardaway. Here's Bullock. Five to shoot. Back to Hardaway. Over Curry. Kept alive. A nice shot by McGee.
They just aren't attacking from the perimeter like they did in that first half, and I think that's part of the problem right now.
Here's Gabriel, guarded by Doncic. 50 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Here's Gabriel. He's got 27, and the shot goes. That's 29 for him.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
That was another look at our Mobile One drive of the game just a moment ago.
Making an impact. I love the aggression. Playing on that front foot and looking to expand their lead.
Here's Bullock. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. From deep, here's Doncic. And the Mavericks, another three.
They've made things hard on themselves, going cold in the first half, but they've been warming up since.
And that one's good. Green.
We know Green prefers to work up close. He loves getting those high percentage looks.
And here's Doncic outside. Rebounded by Gabriel. Here's Curry. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. The Warriors up 7. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. On the floor for the Warriors, they've got Stephen Curry. Butler out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then it's Green, and it's Gabriel in at the 1. The Mavericks trailing. And he's going for the oop here. And Wood with the stuff.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition, switch, ignite.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, not content to take what the defense gives them. I mean, they're attacking the gaps and getting the ball inside.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
Gabriel's shot is off. The Mavericks shooting the ball at 46% from the floor. On the wing, Irving. The three from Wood. Rebounded by Gabriel.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Kuminga's shot is off. Here are the Mavericks now with the ball. 4-point game. Here's Irving. Rebounded by Gabriel. The Warriors have gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. To the paint. Curry gets the bucket. And the Warriors lead by 6.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Pass to Gabriel. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul. First team foul.
The first free throw is good.
At the line for the away team. 2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And, man, looking good from the line so far this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
And Dallas calls time here.
Here they come. Your team.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message that Jason Kidd was giving to his team. He focused on perimeter play at both ends. On D, he wants to prevent open looks from deep. And at their own end, he thinks they can create better shots with better ball movement. We'll see if he gets his wish. Back to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Here's Gabriel. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Hardaway, and he bangs it home with one hand.
That's just too easy. You got to offer more resistance. I mean, Hardaway Jr., very dangerous once he gets this type of position.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
And, guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Here's Kleba, shoots over Kuminga, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And that's good as he hits both shots. The Warriors have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop on the floor.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
Now here's Hardaway. Pass to Kleba, and here is Green. Butler with a steal. Curry against Irving. Curry's shot is off.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Low block shot, and no problem from Hardaway as he finishes at the rim.
You know, really, Hardaway Jr., guys, is a threat to score from anywhere, especially this area, as we just saw.
And that one's good. Gabriel.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Irving against Curry. Rebounded by Gabriel. The Warriors have gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter. It's rebounded by Kleba. Kleba's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Doncic is checked in for the Mavericks. Dallas now, time running out. Time called here. The Mavericks decide to talk it over.
Mavericks timeout call. Get out of your seat and on your feet.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game.
And you know what? This has been his game from the start. I mean, he found ways to impact at both ends. And he's been relentless at attacking the opposition all night long, keeping constant pressure on the opponent.
I'm telling you, the added pressure of the road really brings out the best in him. You can tell he enjoyed playing so well in front of an unfriendly crowd. Here's Doncic. And Doncic hammers it home.
Boy, once Doncic gets on the roll, there aren't many ways to slow him down. Huge night so far.
2 minutes remaining.
The 15-footer.
2 minutes.
Pass to Gabriel. Goes back up. And it's blocked by Wood.
Away team foul. Third personal foul. 4th team foul.
Now here's Doncic. He's closely guarded. Fades back. That shot off the mark.
He was so well positioned to interfere with the shot.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot, and you can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one.
He is torching a defense that simply has no answers for him.
It was the exact same kind of offensive showcase for him in their last game, too. When it happens this often, that's not a pattern. That's a characteristic.
The Warriors shooting just 38% here in the fourth. Offensive rebound, Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
Boy, throwing himself on the offensive glass and being rewarded for it, that's the energy that Draymond Green brings.
Shot from 12. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
15 foul.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling. Knocking down the free throws and eating into this lead with the clock stopped.
Here's Gabriel. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming.
17 foul.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And so both free throws good. And it's a 7-point game.
Sensing an opportunity here to increase the lead and capitalizing on it.
To the inside. Yes!
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
Here's Gabriel. Let's go with a 3. The shot comes out, and it's Dallas the other way. Here's Irving. And it's good. What a beautiful shot. Brings him within 3.
Yes, indeedy. Irving giving you much in the clutch.
Gabriel's shot is off.
And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
The defense needs to be just as sharp, but it's not over yet.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game.
Yes.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Green is checked in. There's 21 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here. That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
To Wood. Now Doncic from 11 feet away. No good.
It's the fire he's playing with that has him leading the team in rebounds.
I tell you what, guys, nobody's been more physical in this game than he has. He has been a glass eater.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. And they go to the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
A steady hand at the line in a tough situation. He narrows it to a 1-possession game.
12 seconds left in the fourth.
Oh, he's been doing everything. Hitting the boards, huge game for him thus far.
Yeah, you don't see many triple-doubles often. I tell you what, his effort and efficiency really on point tonight.
Yeah, hard to think of a player who has more responsibility to his team. Doncic, once again, being called upon to win a game for them.
Good on the first, and that'll put him up 2.
Shooting for the away team. At the line for 2.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game. Here's Irving. And that's an intentional foul.
Stephen Curry. Third personal foul. Now at the line.
He drops the first one, and that brings him within 2 here.
Yeah, not much phases Kyrie Irving. I mean, I love him in this clutch spot.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line. I think it's a wrap. When the game's on the line, he knows how to deliver the crushing blow.
The visiting club takes the win on the road. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams might buckle under the pressure towards the end. The crowd was so amped up, such a hostile environment, but they stood tall and got the win.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
All right, Jimmy, as you prepared for this one, what was the focus?
Just how hard we had to play, home or away. I think we did that. We stayed together through their runs, through our runs, and that was quality, and that's getting us done.
4 great quarters of work. Congrats on the win.
Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. We'll see you next time.
Hello. I got something interesting to do for you. You can close your eyes today. This box scores 29 points. The other teammates are dumb as hell. 8 dunks, 5 fouls, like average. No weakness at all. Shit, this is a bit one-sided, but like, they're more efficient, I think. Yeah. Do you think you're better off? These people are so late. Yeah, I know where they're getting that from. Got this training schedule. This one. Yo, we about to cook you, Lonzo. Caruso is here too? Okay, we got Zach Levine and DeRozan. Both of them are not in Chicago Bulls anymore. Like how hard it is to stay. Yeah, this is the standard one. We got D, Green, and Vovicic. Let's go.
It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And with us from the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. GA, it's all yours.
Thanks, Kevin. Lonzo Ball is on his third NBA team. He said, coming to LA, I was a young kid with a lot of expectations on me that I didn't really live up to. Then shipped off to New Orleans, I improved the areas that I needed the most work in. Now I'm the player I am in Chicago, one of the key guys, and trying to contribute every night. Kevin, back to you.
Great, thank you, David. A look at the Bulls starting lineup. DeRozan out there with Vucevic. Then it's Ball. Then it's Alex Caruso. And it's Levine in at the small forward position. And for the Warriors, we've got Kuminga. Stephen Curry's out there with G. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Green in at the 5 down low. Richard, we're seeing a lot more back-to-backs now at this mid-portion of the season. What are those like to play in for a player?
Oh, they are fun because it's a mental challenge and it's a physical challenge more than anything on that one. But I love it. I am not opposed to back-to-backs because you know what? There were players that used to have to play them and fly on flights in the morning. Now we get to fly on private jets. So if they can do it, we can do it.
And you got to get your rest, though, between those games, don't you? Huh?
Yeah, you got to get your rest and you got to get your sleep. But do not eliminate the back-to-backs. I love it.
And Ball is certainly capable of throwing it down thanks to his size. I mean, easily lifting off the ground and just finishing that one with authority.
Gabriel, Green breaking loose. Excellent D there from Ball. Levine kicks to Ball. And there's the pass to Vucevic. Green against Levine. Gabriel with the rebound. Now here's Curry. D right on him. Gabriel can't get it to go. And it's DeRozan with the ball for Chicago. Pass to Vucevic. Launches a 3. Warriors with the rebound. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
Yeah, and they took both games they played against this club last season.
Here's Gabriel. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. He gets that one.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Levine against Butler. Unloads from 13. Levine can't hit. Last outing for the Bulls, it was a loss to the Suns. Most losing teams, Greg, are looking to rebuild, look to the future, but not in Chicago.
Yeah, their idea to turn it around was to get all-stars. Trading for Vooch in 21 during a losing season, then signing DeMar as a free agent. That's a refreshing approach.
One of the underappreciated guys in this league, DeRozan just goes out, puts up big numbers, and he doesn't really get the shine that I think he truly deserves.
Here's Gabriel. Pass to Kuminga. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul. First team foul.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And he's shooting his free throws to the tune of 75% this season. Fairly standard number.
Taking 2 shots.
That one is off. He hits the second from the line. Bulls have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Passes it to Levine. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And since being drafted in 2014, Levine has put in the work to get his 3-point shot where he likes it, really upgrading that deep game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Now here's DeRozan. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Levine inside the 3-point line. Again, Chicago.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Here we go, 1-on-1. Here's Caruso. He shoots again. Levine can't hit.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Caruso to pass the ball. Oh, good with the triple. For the Warriors, they won their last contest, that game against the Mavericks. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
It's on Zach Levine.
Team foul.
And what I appreciate about Butler is how tough he is. This guy welcomes going into contact while shooting.
The Bulls leading by 5. And the pass to Caruso. At the elbow, Vucevic. Ball from long range. That shot is off. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Here's Gabriel. Ball with the rebound.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
Levine wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And even though he hasn't been himself, it hasn't affected his team too much. They've still got the lead.
And it's G finishing it off.
And making plays to help his team. That's what Butler does. And he demands that his teammates do the same.
That is fucked up. That is fucked up. These fucking controllers. Bullshit lah. Look. This is fucked up. I feel bad for Lonzo. Oh, there he is. Look at this.
Ball kicks to Vucevic. The kick out to Ball. Wide open look. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Ball's got his second bucket.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
And it's good, 2 points. And that's now 6 points for G.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And you gotta love the aggression that he had taking it to the rim there. Sets the tone in a close game like this one.
Pass to Caruso from downtown. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist.
And he's talked about wanting to improve his all-around game. Levine demonstrating just how unselfish he is with that great pass.
Here's Gabriel. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Now here's Caruso. 9 points last game out. There's 45 seconds left in the first. Hits it from three-point range.
Three-pointer.
And when you're a high-usage player like Vucevic, you have to keep your head up and be willing to make the next pass.
Here's Gabriel. He's got 8. Green breaking loose. Gabriel can't get it to go.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm. You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Levine inside the three-point line. And Curry pulls it down. Curry's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
And there's the foul. Going Alex Caruso. That is his first foul of the game. Butler dishes to G.
And I love how Ball will stay in your face defensively, not willing to give ground. And I like the fact that he competes on that end.
And so it's Chicago heading to the bench with us.
17.
Warriors.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Bulls? Chicago leading by 7. You know, Greg, some guys are late bloomers, but DeRozan, he was just the opposite.
Yeah, reports are he had handles at age 3. First dunk came in the 6th grade. 5-star high school prospect, and in a strange way, he's still an underrated superstar.
So with Thompson sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Butler. Draymond Green is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then it's G, and it's Curry in at the 2-guard spot. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Chicago. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Caruso looking for an opening. Shot clock at 6. Levine gets that one to drop. That's his 3rd field goal in 8 tries.
The belief of Levine, willing to do that in a game, man.
That was the 2K drive, as that move deserved another look.
And continuing to press their advantage. They're not taking their foot off the gas.
Airball.
The Bulls shooting around 40% from the floor here. Caruso against Curry. Caruso, the pass to DeRozan. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Gabriel. And no good. Chicago leading by 9. There's Ball with the 3. Gabriel with the rebound. Gabriel's got his 6th rebound on the night. And it's the Warriors on the break.
You gotta love his hustle. Giving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Outside, Ball. Vucevic trying to get open. Ball with the bucket. Ball's got the lead up to 9 now for Chicago.
I'm a fan of how Ball uses that size inside. Excellent at getting a shot off close to the basket. And there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Outside, Levine. Pass to Caruso. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Top of the key, Ball. Lets it go, and the Bulls tack on 2 more. In your younger days, RJ, you had seasons where you averaged over 22 points a game. Some players later in their careers struggle accepting smaller roles, different roles. As a player, talk about that challenge.
Self-confidence is a weird one. Sometimes it can work great for you, and sometimes it can work against you. For me personally, as I got older, I loved finding the challenge, and the challenge was how could I star in my role? Was it as a 10-point-a-game scorer? Was it as a 20-point-a-game scorer? Or was it as a 5-point-a-game scorer? Because ultimately, you have a chance to have an impact on the game, and I love basketball, so I was going to take any role you were going to give me.
What a great answer. So in other words, you've always got to evolve.
You always get to evolve, and it's always going to be adapt or die, especially as you get older. You have to adapt or your career is going to end. I would have never played 17 years if I didn't adapt.
The Bulls leading by 9. A wide open look here for Caruso. Offline with his 3. G kicks to Kuminga. Pass to Gabriel. It's blocked, and they recover it. And Curry has it in the corner. From outside, off the mark. Chicago's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. The pass to Ball. The 3. And that comes off the assist by Levine. And it's a 12-point Bulls lead.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
Here's Kuminga. He feeds it to G. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
The Warriors have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight. So for the Bulls, Andre Drummond's checked in for Vucevic. Williams comes in for Levine. And it's White in for Alex Caruso.
Named to his first All-Star game in 2021. Zach LaVine had a breakout season.
Yeah, that was year 7 for Zach, averaging over 27 points per game. And look, it feels like he's been in the league forever, but he was only 19 when he was drafted in 2014. Zach's younger than a lot of people think.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. You know, Greg, we talk a lot about Ball's offense, but his defense is just as important to this team.
Oh, Kevin, very disruptive. He has terrific positional size, and he can anticipate where the offense is going.
Butler passes to Gabriel. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and that's 2 points on the layup. And that's 13 points for G.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Outside Williams. And here's White. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game. Drummond trying to get himself free. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 12.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the back end.
And that one's good by Butler.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
White finds DeRozan. Oh, that's blocked. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Gabriel. It's good. Gabriel's got it back down to single digits for the Warriors.
It's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Here's DeRozan. Can't hit the step-back jump shot. Here's Kuminga.
Terrific defense by DeMar DeRozan. He's capable of making an impact on this end occasionally.
It's been all about... Lonzo Ball for the Chicago Bulls. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Steve Kerr. Coach, what did the team do in that first half defensively?
Just competed. You know, we have a very good defensive team, and our guys are getting after it. I think we've been a lot better defensively than we have offensively, and some of that defense has led to some transition and some open shots.
Something your guys always fall back on. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. There was no stopping Lonzo Ball in the first half. He had 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. And last game, he could never really get going. Maybe that lit a fire under him tonight. And Shaq, what did you see out there from the Bulls?
They made every possession count by limiting the mistakes. Very disciplined about protecting the ball and making the right play. If they keep this up, the lead should be safe. Don't get cocky and lose just because you're ahead.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about this home team?
So far, this isn't a game they wanted to get their home crowd. They were looking very pedestrian out there. But there is time to turn this around. These fans showed up for them. They're screaming, they're yelling. The place is going wild, so they need to show up in return.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. The Bulls leading by 8. And on the
Shit. Oh my days.
floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. We've got ball. DeRozan out there with Levine, and it's Vucevic, and it's Caruso in a shooting guard. Gabriel can't get it to go. And the foul called on G. That'll be his second foul of the game. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
And Chicago's shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. And DeRozan kicks the ball. Pass to Caruso. Levine with it. Back to Caruso. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Vucevic. And that's good. A nice job on the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And the instincts on the glass. Love how Vucevic tracks these misses down and then able to convert.
Well, their pass it to Curry. Offensive rebound. Green drops in the layup for 2. Green's got his first points of the night.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
To the wing right side. Outside, Levine. From deep. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine.
Team basketball.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Trailing here by 8. Curry kicks to G. Green breaking loose. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Lonzo Ball picks one up. Hey, Richard, as soon as your playing career ended, you got right into this business, into broadcasting. When did you decide that this would be the next step?
Well, the first time is when I thought I was going to be out the league, and so I started doing more and more work until I retired in 2018. So it started way before I retired.
That laid the groundwork for you. Good job.
How about the focus here from Ball on offense? Constantly looking for ways to score. Feels like he can get any shot he wants.
And then Levine with the jam.
Check out Levine getting artful at the rim, leaving the defense just completely clueless of how to stop it.
And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
And it's Kuminga at the elbow. Rebound by the Bulls.
And they have been cold coming out of the break, only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Ball, the pass to Levine. Over Green. And Vucevic kicks to Levine. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic.
3 points.
Vucevic has got 3 assists in the game.
Kevin, what's so impressive to me about Levine? It's the all-around play. He affects the game across the board.
Here's Gabriel. Yep, that one goes in there. Gabriel's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Even though his team is lagging behind, he's playing like a winner. Too bad his attitude isn't spreading to the other guys.
And Levine's efficient as well.
And good shooting numbers, no doubt. Last year, he cut back on the turnovers. And, boy, he's still young. There's still tons of upside to be had. Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Here's Gabriel. He's covered by Ball. Gabriel's shot's good. Gabriel's got 21.
You'd love to get the ball this close in every trip where you can almost just not miss.
Levine up top, defended by Butler. Vucevic trying to get open. Levine can't hit.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoided fouling, and got in perfect position to alter that shot.
Here's Gabriel. Ball with the rebound. ballz got rebound number 5 here tonight, and the foul called on G. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Chicago making some changes. Drummond's checked in for DeRozan. Williams comes in for Levine, and it's White in for Alex Caruso. Ball with the bucket.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
The Warriors have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Here's Gabriel. He's covered by Ball. Gabriel can't get it to go. Chicago leading by 16. Here's White. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists tonight.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Bulls have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Ball surveying the defense. Lobbed up there for Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
It's Chicago with another bucket.
As strong as they looked in that first half, their defense hasn't been the same here in the second. They just look slow, not very sharp.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Will it go? Gabriel can't get it to go.
The one thing he and his coach have in common, they'll both have nightmares about this quarter. Yikes.
They get it back. Vucevic makes it off the glass. Vucevic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Certainly, Nikola can hit threes, but come on. He's a 7-footer with touch. Those inside shots, they work too.
And G with the stuff.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Snatched up. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Butler way outside. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. It's been all about Lonzo Ball for Chicago. Scoring, rebounding. He was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. We'll return shortly. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Ball's got to move, all right? But just start driving and kicking and moving it on, all right? Just settle in. Make easy, simple passes.
And Greg, the offense doesn't look very fluid right now.
I mean, not enough movement. When the ball is zipping around, this team much more difficult to defend.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So with Thompson sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Curry, Butler out there with Kuminga. Then it's G, and it's Green in at the 5 spot. Here's Gabriel. He's covered by Ball.
How tall are you?
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
DeRozan passes the ball. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. Ball's got 13 points in the second half. Here's Gabriel. And no good that time. And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. And that concludes this long 6-game road trip. As you go back and look at the last few seasons, RJ, it seems like team success has largely been predicated on health. Do you feel like that has always been the case?
I don't remember there being as many injuries early in my career, even with guys that were playing all 82 games. But you're right. Recently, we've seen a lot of key injuries. And look, this is my theory. Before, players used to get away from the game a little bit, take a couple of months off. Now players are staying in shape 24/7, like they never take a break, and I think that's why we might be seeing players break down a little bit more.
Yes or no answer. Too many games at 82 in the regular season should be less than it.
Don't you ever ask me that question. Give me 82. I'd rather you bump it to 83 just to remove all doubt.
They get a hand on it. Lock at 6. Levine inside the three-point line. Warriors with the rebound. Gabriel, the pass to Kuminga.
Chicago foul.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
First team foul.
That free throw, no good. Osumu, he's checked in for the Bulls.
Kuminga.
And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. The shot's good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range. What I appreciate most about Green is his leadership. Strong locally on and off the floor.
One of the biggest changes in the NBA since I started broadcasting back in the early 80s, player movement, Richard. Guys switching teams all the time. Is that a good thing or a bad thing for the NBA?
I think for players, it's great because you have more mobility. You have a chance to change your environment and revitalize you. For the fans, I understand. Probably not so much because really they connect to these players, especially when you draft them or they're part of an epic year or a championship. You just hate to see those players go. So there's two sides to it.
And I bet as a player, knowing you as I do, you probably enjoy the challenge of trying to reassert yourself, find out where you can best help your new team.
Yes, and you enjoy your new role. I've been in roles where I was expected to be a leading scorer. I've also been in a role where I was expected to mentor Kawhi Leonard, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Harrison Barnes. All those guys were drafted at my time in Golden State.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Alex Caruso comes in for Dosunmu, and it's Lonzo Ball in for Patrick Beverley.
Hey, that's Drummond. Throwback center who does almost all of his damage inside.
Timeout called the Warriors. Nice game. Great performance by Lonzo Ball.
And he is absolutely dialed in from outside. They need to close out on him much quicker when he's lining up those threes.
Some changes for Chicago. Terry's checked in, and it's Kobe White in for Ball. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And he knocks down the first one.
Taking 2.
And G drops them both. Bulls have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Outside, White. Williams dishes to White. Shoots from the baseline. The Warriors pull it in. Curry's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off and really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Outside, White. Back to Terry. Williams with the ball. Kuminga on him. Right side, Williams. It's Terry outside. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Here's Curry. Count that one.
And all of a sudden, things really coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
But this is a game again, and the other side has to be feeling a little bit nervous with how quickly that lead vaporized.
White wide open. He fires. And again, no good by Chicago. The Warriors shooting 57% in this fourth quarter. Three-pointer, Butler. Terry grabs the board. Chicago leading by 20. The dish to Williams. Outside, White. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. To the inside, Williams. And goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway. And the media is able to vote on awards like all rookie, but Greg, those awards can end up determining a player's max salary. Any concern there?
No doubt there is, but somebody has to decide those awards, right? And no matter who it is, there's always going to be some pushback. So as long as contracts are tied to them, that power will be in someone else's hands. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Bulls.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And they took charge when it counted and will be notching their 9th win overall.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Lonzo Ball.
I think people could learn a lot from how versatile he was in this one. Whatever the situation was, he found a way to be a difference maker.
Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for Chicago. Patrick Beverly comes in for Kobe White. Green left side. Pass to Dosunmu. Shoots over Curry. And the Bulls with another miss. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Passes it to Dosunmu. And here's Beverly. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
And throughout his career, Beverly has remained a pest, an aggressive defender that no one likes having him guard.
That one is no good. Curry wide open. Good on the triple.
Such a quick release. As soon as the ball touches his hands, it's gone.
Poked loose. Here's Gabriel. Lays it up off the glass.
And he's been their top scorer today, but it hasn't come easy. He has not shot the ball well. He'll have to be more efficient here if they're going to win.
And an intentional foul right there.
You know, give him credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Timeout called the Warriors. They're trailing by 15. 1 second left in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
With timeouts, it's use them or lose them, so why not go down fighting?
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Lonzo Ball.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
And maybe him having a game like this will get things turned around for him because almost nothing has been going their way lately. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And can you about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Zach. There's been some tough losses of late, but tonight you got the win. How resilient is your group?
You got to be a pro. You got to come out here and do what we got to do our job. And, we find out we had to get this win. We got to stop losing these games so we can win. And, we got to get back on track.
Well, this is step one, man, in that process. So congrats. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.
it that ass? We're choking. Look at how many field goal. Look at the field goal. Oh fuck, this is so bad. Look at this. This is fucking blue. We're cold as fuck. Where's Chicago? Oh, it's on San Francisco. No one gives a fuck. Bye, T.Y. Jerome. We're gonna cook you ass. Like no shit, we about to cook your ass.
Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. With Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Brent Barry, this is Brian Anderson. We'll be hearing from Allie LaForce from the sideline. Allie, take it away.
Thanks, Brian. Well, Steph Curry asked to define his impact on the NBA. He said, quote, "I understand the game has changed a lot, and I've had a huge part in that, but it's not for me to articulate. I just enjoy what I get to do every day. And I think that's why good things keep happening, because I embrace what's next." BA?
Eyes on the prize.
Yo, what the fuck is that?
Eyes, Allie. Thanks. Now let's take a look at the Rockets' opening lineup. Smith plays the 4 with Şengün at center. Porter Jr. and Green are the backcourt set, and it's Martin in at the small forward position. And for the Warriors, Draymond Green is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then there's Jimmy Butler. and it's Gabriel in at point guard.
And guys, what I like about the Rockets, they have stockpiled talent. I know they're young, but they focused on getting as many pieces as they can.
Outside Curry. There's the double team with Porter. Back to Curry. Puts up a three. Porter pulls it in. And the Rockets with possession here. So what do you think the most important thing for young teams like the Rockets?
Well, B.A., it comes down to playing time. I mean, Houston has done a great job of playing their kids. But let me tell you guys, nothing substitutes for game time in the NBA. Learning by playing. That's what it's all about.
Boy, you look at Jalen Green, all the tools to be a star.
It may take some time. Now, growing up, he was always the most talented, but he is a gym rat and a worker, a grinder. So I bet on him to reach his full potential soon.
He's off on the second. And some surprise teams that started out hot have not cooled down. Their fans are wondering if this is the new normal.
Well, B.A., it's easy for fans to jump to that conclusion. But look, the bottom line is you can't look too far ahead. You got to stay in the moment and enjoy the ride. I wish I had done more of that when I was playing. I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And he makes the first. And he makes both free throws.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Martin outside. Curry against Porter. Green for three. Rebounded by Green. Here's Gabriel. He's guarded by Porter. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And that one's good. Gabriel.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
And that streaking rack attack is the mobile one drive.
The aggressive take there to get inside. They're looking to make things happen to try and take control of this game.
It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Butler, good.
Just a great show of Butler's upper body strength right there as he plays through the contact.
Houston has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Martin outside. Porter with it. Playing Phoenix, he was nearly unstoppable. And it's Green missing. Here's Gabriel. And that one is hammered home.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Now here's Green. So versatile on offense, averaging around 23.5 points per contest.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one. And it's the Rockets with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Porter, the pass to Şengün. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And it's Green missing.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look. Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
And so it looks like it'll be Houston's ball.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Now here's Şengün. 17 points in his last outing. Shoots in deep. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. That's on Jimmy Butler. That one's off.
Shooting for Houston, Jalen Green, taking 2 shots.
And no luck that time either.
That's a strange trip because typically he's pretty much money from there.
And he's having an ugly quarter from the field and seems really frustrated.
Plenty of space. And he drops that one in. Green's got 5 now. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Gabriel. He's guarded by Porter. Gabriel's shot is off.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
Smith against Butler. Outside for Porter. Connects from downtown.
And you can see Smith has the vision. Now, it'll be interesting to watch that part of his game continue to develop. Well, you know, after he was jettisoned by the Cavaliers, Kevin Porter Jr. getting a second chance here with the Rockets, and they put the ball in his hands and believe in him.
Substitution. The Rockets trail. Butler covering. Back to Porter. Inside. Here's Green. Outside for Porter. Back to Green. Shot clock at 6. They get the rebound. Got a hand on it. Pass to Gabriel. Three-pointer. The Rockets pull it in. And Kevin Porter with an opportunity in Houston now to learn from his past mistakes.
Well, B.A., controlling his turnovers, now still a work in progress, but all these early reps will serve him well long term.
The Warriors have gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter. From the line, and too long on the shot.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Green for 3. Called in by Curry.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that. Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Curry against Porter. Outside, Green. No good from outside.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it. We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Outside, Green.
Home team foul. Third personal foul. Team's fourth.
First free throw is good.
Jalen Green. 2 shots.
So he gets them both. Here's Gabriel. Buries it down low. 14 points for him.
Well, the defense allowed that run. He had a clear path to the cup.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. The Warriors, they're up by 6. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
They've got Draymond Green. Kuminga is out there with Butler. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Gabriel in at the point guard position. Tate passes to Şengün. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Tate. Over Butler. Tate's shot is off.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And for the Rockets, Tate and Smith at the forward spots. Porter Jr. and Green at the backcourt set. And it's Şengün in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment. Green. Outside Tate, the 3-ball. Kuminga pulls it in. Kuminga's got his 5th rebound in this one. Over to the left wing. Here's Gabriel, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Curry's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, this is opening up scoring opportunities because Curry's such a great shooter. Guys are going to be open.
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now here's Tate. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Butler. Timeout called. Houston. Well, Brent, not many players love the grind of the game like Stephen Curry.
Well, when you get to a point, BA, where you're practicing and you only count the makes if it's a swish, and you count it as a miss and you hit the rim, attention to detail like that gives you all-time greats like Steph Curry.
Now here's Porter, hovering around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been huge for them. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
And even from where we're sitting, you can clearly tell it was a foul.
Well, as you know, Grant, this game can be so hard on your body. As a player, how do you determine the difference between being hurt versus being injured?
It's a great question, BA. Look, sometimes as players, you need someone to protect them from themselves. Today's game, the teams today are so smart about protecting players and preventing things from getting worse. But it really comes down to the players, the doctors, the team overall, just being smart and having a big picture about the injuries.
Houston has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, the league and the world have endured tremendous challenges in recent years. Commissioner Silver said, quote, "We found a way to keep going under very difficult circumstances. It required enormous diligence. To keep playing throughout the pandemic, we are particularly proud of that." Brian?
Hey, the show must go on. Thanks, Allie. Now here's Porter. Pass to Şengün. Hook loose. Curry with it. Now Porter defending. Jumps up. And Curry throws it down.
Now, Steph started that all with his defense. Fantastic at getting into the passing lane and coming up with a steal.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Timeout called. Houston, their last game, a win against the Suns. Looking to carry it into this one.
They were so consistent from the three-point range in that one. And that's a nice weapon to have as a visiting team.
Yeah, the interesting part was they kept firing away in that game, but the defense didn't make much of an adjustment.
Christopher, he's checked in for the Rockets. Here in quarter two, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Tate passes to Smith. 5 on the clock. And another miss by Houston.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Christopher. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
All right, the Rockets making a switch here. Kaminsky's checked in, and so he hits both. The Warriors have gone 4 for 6 here in the second. To the middle. And that one is stuffed right through.
Smart play by Jimmy Butler. Spots the open man. Tack up an assist.
Now here's Porter. Outside Tate. Back to Porter. To the inside. Christopher. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Martin, he's checked in for Tate.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
Porter with the steal. Here's Christopher. Kuminga pulls it in. Kuminga's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Green. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal foul.
Frank Kaminsky picks one up here. And the first one at the line is good.
For your home team.
And so he makes both from the line.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
Well, your Hall of Fame dad, Rick, made some interesting comments, Brent. One of them encouraging the league to crack down on illegal screens.
No way, B.A. My dad said something that was controversial or interesting. You got to get out of here. Yeah, I mean, illegal screens, do we want to see less of them? Sure.
Martin misses.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Pass to Curry, fires for three. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Curry's gotten his second bucket on the night.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Here's Christopher. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Gabriel. Got it. 27 points for him.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Houston has gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. Pass to Martin. Oh, it's stolen by Butler. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Gabriel. He's guarded by Porter. Takes a three. And they'll get another chance. There's the triple. Gabriel's shot is off.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Outside Porter to stop the run. The Rockets again can't hit. Gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. And here's Butler outside. That one misses. He's 1 for 3. And so it's Houston with it. And after this one, they're at home against Philadelphia. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. They grab their own miss. Smith no good. The Warriors have gotten 7 of 12 shots to go here in the second. To the left side wing. Here's Gabriel. Smith with the rebound.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Martin outside. And another miss by Houston. Here's Gabriel. He's got 27. Pass to Butler. Here's Gabriel. Launches it. And he can't get that one. A dominating first half.
With a score, your home team, 30.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Well, for the Warriors, Kenny, give us your take.
There was no shortage of dimes on this team, that's for sure. Numerous guys displayed good court vision, moved the ball, led to great shots. They're in full control of this game.
Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
They're getting abused in the paint defensively, letting their opponents set the tone. Can't match up physically, you're toast. That's what the scoreboard is reflecting right now. Toast with butter.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. They've got Kuminga. Also Jimmy Butler out there. Green out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Gabriel in at point. And that's the group for Steve Kerr as we begin the second half. Here's Şengün. And that comes off the assist by Green. Şengün's got his first points of the night.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Rockets foul. Jabari Smith, second personal foul.
And he drops the first.
Shooting for your home team.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And the Rockets with possession here. Green, the pass to Martin. Back to Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. And here's the mobile one drive. A great move to get right to the cup.
Yeah, he made that drive look easy, but that had a high degree of difficulty. And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And we just had to see that mobile one drive one more time. Great stuff.
And you know, B.A., even with the game well in control, he's going right at the rim. I love it.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
And that one's good. Gabriel.
Clutch buckets. He's paving the way as they hit the home stretch.
Curry against Porter. The three. Kuminga pulls it in. Kuminga's got rebound number 11.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Fires from deep. Hits the trifecta. He's got 34.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Here's Gabriel. Uses the glass on the layup.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Porter, the pass to Green. Timeout called. Houston.
Yeah, his shot is just not there tonight, guys. And instead of trying to shoot himself out of the slump, maybe he needs to start moving the ball around and creating for his teammates.
A big round of applause for your dance team. Your youth dance team, make some noise.
Now Porter. Pass to Green. A shot to stop the run. The Rockets again can't hit.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Second team foul. Shooting for your home team, Jimmy Butler at the line for 2.
No good on that one.
Butler gives you so much toughness and determination. This guy can really impact what the culture of your team is all about.
He hits the second from the line. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Outside, Green. Smith outside. Pass to Green from downtown. Kuminga pulls it in. Kuminga's got a rebound number 12 here already in the game.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Yeah, I think in his mind he knew the contact was coming, focused, stayed in control, and got it.
Green, first personal foul, third team foul. Shooting for your home team, Draymond Green, shooting 1.
And that one misses.
And the fire that Draymond Green plays with, I think, is the most admirable quality. Knows how to get himself and his teammates going throughout the course of a long, grinding 82-game season.
It's stolen by Green. Here's Gabriel, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting...
What the fuck is happening? I was not paying attention. I was looking at my phone. And this shit just happened. What? How am I still there? Nice one by James. Oh, thank God.
More intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
Now here's Porter. Here's Smith. Fades away and sinks the tough shot. Smith's got his first 2 points of the night.
I mean, look, he was one of the best jump shooters in the nation in college. I expect Smith will be one of the best in the NBA, too. You look at how the game is played today. Teams are looking for length, versatility, and, of course, shooting. And Smith Jr. has all of that and more.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the NBA expanding its footprint through video games. Commissioner Adam Silver said, quote, there's an opportunity to capture a new kind of fan who isn't currently watching our games but enjoys playing NBA 2K. By learning about the players and the teams, they're more likely to engage in the live product. Brian?
Yeah, it goes hand in hand, Alex. Thanks. Well, you mentioned the shooting, Grant. Smith Jr. hitting 42% from beyond the arc last season.
BA, I mean, among his many skills, that one probably stands out the most. But I also love his potential at the other end. He really has those tools to be a lockdown defender 1 through 5.
Now here's Porter. Smith outside. Porter against Curry. Four on the clock. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul called.
And a second look at that rejection, taking no prisoners on defense there.
Oh, showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
Tate's checked in for Houston. Christopher comes in for Porter Jr. Count the basket.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Green in the post. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Draymond Green. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Warriors.
Well, the defense looks helpless trying to contain them in the open floor, and they've continued to exploit this advantage.
Well, they've been fantastic tonight, really enforcing giveaways and getting scores on the other end. I mean, you get a few more possessions like that, your confidence grows, and you win that turnover battle.
And that one misses. Kaminsky, he's checked in for the Rockets. No good on the second free throw. Gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Here's Gabriel. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Kuminga, the pass to Green. Launches a three, and that one's good. Gabriel, he has 45 points.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
Tipped away. He's got a clear path.
Houston foul. Jalen Green. Second personal foul. Team fourth. Shooting.
First one falls for him.
2 shots.
It's both from the stripe. There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Tate. Up top, Kaminsky. Here's Christopher. Here's Green. Misses off the right iron.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
Curry, that's good.
Stephen Curry, so creative as a finisher on the inside. Right hand, left hand. He'll score around the defense.
6th personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Rockets, Jalen Green. At the line for 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Green. Here's Gabriel. Green covering. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Good man. The defender really went after him.
Shooting for your home team. Taking.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. There's 6 seconds left in the third quarter. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
At the line for the Rockets, Jalen Green.
And both free throws good for Green. 5 ticks left in the third.
And things are always changing throughout a game. Teams have to adjust on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
For three. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. The Warriors delivering the blowout. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway.
Last one.
Steve Kerr with some words for his players.
Defense has been fantastic. Great defense, offense, simple passes will get it done, right? You guys look great, though. Keep the pressure on.
Paying his guys the respect they deserve. Coach Kerr, he likes what he sees.
It's important to praise your guys when they're playing well. Coach understands how crucial it is to recognize effort.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. We've got Jayshawn Tate. Josh Christopher is out there with Washington. Then there's Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Garuba in at the 4. Now here's Washington. Rebounded by Green. Green's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Gabriel. Hits yet again. Wow!
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. Pass to Christopher. And Brent, one issue that's come up. Star players unavailable for various reasons. But some tension there with teams. Where are we headed with this, you think?
I think one of the things, BA, that's going to be of interest in the next couple years is how much this rest, recovery, and load management is actually impacting the player's performance. And there's been a lot of data out there, and it's a lot of predictive data about whether or not a player should play. And the league is really digging in to see whether or not this is actually affecting the players or if they should be playing more minutes. And I don't know if it comes down to something financial, but it usually does. He's got great activity, does Willie Cauley-Stein, and that time the activity helped him to draw a foul.
Wing shot on the way. It doesn't go for him. And Houston the other way now. Outside Tate. Pass to Washington. Now Cauley-Stein puts it up from 12. Kuminga pulls it in. Kuminga's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass heating. Here's Gabriel. It's rebounded by Houston. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Here's Christopher. Rebounded by Gabriel.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
Now here's Curry. Pass to Gabriel. Over Washington. Can't hit it from 12 feet. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Here's Christopher. Cauley-Stein can't get it to go. To the paint. Oh, stolen by Tate. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. Back to Washington. Pass to Christopher. And here's Cauley-Stein. Here's Garuba. Butler covering. Clock at 6. Here's Christopher. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. The Warriors have got 1 out of 6 shots to fall in this final quarter. Not ideal. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. We saw one major rule change in the NBA last year. When a shooter intentionally initiates contact with a defender, it's a no call. You like it?
Yeah, I do like that. I mean, there should be no reason for a shooter to be the one with a defender on him, to be the one putting his body on the line. That's the defender's job. So the rule makes a lot of sense, B.A.
A smooth shot from Washington at the arc. He has certainly worked hard to build his efficiency from range.
Here's Cauley Stein, and there's the bucket. Staying with it that time. Offensive glass, getting it done.
Such a big part of what he does for this team, just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
Here's Gabriel. Up and in on the layup.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Washington's shot is good.
And some players take a while to develop the runner, but that's one of Washington's strong suits already. In fact, it might be his go-to move.
And yep, it's good.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
Pass to Christopher. The 3 is up. Rebounded by Gabriel.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Now here's Curry from outside the arc. Gabriel's shot is off. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. Washington with the ball. Here's Christopher. And no one able to grab it as it goes out of bounds. Houston making some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Cauley Stein. And it's Kaminsky in for Garuba.
Frank Kaminsky III.
Here's Gabriel. It's stolen by Washington. Pass to Christopher. Back to Washington. Here's Marjanovic. Uncovered. And the shot's good.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Here's Gabriel. Driving inside. Oh, hey, how about that?
That's impressive.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Back to Washington. Here's the 3. The shot won't fall.
Boy, I'd love to see him just get a smidge closer to the basket. Once he sees a few shots go in from there, that might open up everything from distance.
And he commits the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Jimmy Butler. Second personal foul. Third team foul.
First free throw is good.
Shooting for Houston. Taking 2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time. All right, guys, what do you think?
Timeout, home team.
Unique timeout here with the game pretty much settled.
Yeah, sometimes you want to have these teachable moments on the floor and not in the next day's film session, so coach electing to do that here.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game.
Yeah, really, the standout
Who the fuck is Kevin Porter Jr.?
was his offense and his ability to get inside, but cutting the defense to shreds, finding lanes, even making them, and relentlessly attacking the hoop.
And yes, another basket. 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
And so they foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. Team's fourth. Shooting for Houston.
And he drops the first.
Versatile. I mean, Washington has the size, skill, and shooting ability to play either guard spot. He involves his teammates, and he'll go out and get a bucket when his team needs one.
Your thoughts, guys?
Unique timeout here with the game pretty much settled.
Yeah, sometimes you want to have these teachable moments on the floor and not in the next day's film session, so coach electing to do that here.
There's 6 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Another bucket! Wow! That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far. Yeah, and this is not what they needed. Now the clock is stopped, and their opponent is at the line.
The first one falls.
At the line for 2.
And so Washington nails both of them. So the home crowd treated to a win. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Steph, I know it's still early, but how do you evaluate this team and its ability to go the distance?
In terms of communicating about our principles and how we're going to be successful, trying to chase another championship, we're definitely on the same page. Just a matter of staying focused every night, giving the best effort we can, and just enjoying the journey because it's a long year.
Well, you've been there. You know what it takes. Thanks, Steph.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and our entire 2K Sports crew, this is Brian Anderson signing off. We'll see you next time.
I mean, we gotta play alone here. That game was too bad for us. Now they're blue. Huh? Even though you playing, but he was a top scorer, man. What the fuck? It was Washington. Fuck is Kevin Porter Jr., man? The score is twice as. Oh, we gotta face Indiana Pacers now. Bro, 44%. It's keep decreasing. But yeah.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Last season, Stephen Curry set the all-time record for three-pointers made. He said, hopefully I can push it to a number that nobody else can reach. I never wanted to call myself the greatest shooter until I got that record. I'm comfortable saying that now. Kevin, he's not the only one.
Yeah, pretty unanimous, David. You're right. Thank you. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Mathurin at the shooting guard. Hield is the small forward. Then it's Turner. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton. And it's Noura in at the 4 slot. And for the Warriors, they've got Curry. Kuminga out there with Draymond Green. Then it's Butler. And it's Gabriel in at the 1. You know, some teams are stuck in the cycle of we think this is the year. We think We may finally get over the hump, and then the disappointment when it's not.
And Kevin, here is the reality. Winning championships in the NBA is extremely difficult. You can, as a front office, put a roster together on paper and think, okay, we have enough talent to win the championship, and for whatever reason, the pieces don't mesh. And the other part of this, Kevin, is sometimes luck goes into winning. A poorly timed injury, a guy who asks out that totally came out of the blue. There are so many things that go into winning in this league.
Here's Gabriel. Yep, that one goes.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
Nice take. Staying aggressive with this game, still very much up in the air.
Here's Butler. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
It goes on Tyrese Halliburton.
By their very presence, certain guys just change the feel of a team. Jimmy Butler's presence is so strong that he has an immediate impact no matter where he goes.
And the first one at the line is good. And Doris, these Pacers, the first full season after the big trade that came last year.
Kevin, I think they felt like they had to do something to shake things up. A big drop-off in production over the last 2 years. That was after an extended run of playoff appearances. So what you hope is a guy as young as Tyrese Halliburton, with the skill set he has, can have an immediate impact and start to raise your trajectory. Well, yet another selfless play from Miles Turner. Pretty pass to his teammate.
Gabriel, the pass to Curry. There's the dish to G. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Indiana will go the other way with it. Healed outside. Pass to Halliburton. That falls. Nice speed that time from Turner. Halliburton's got his third basket of the night. Halliburton's gone 3 for 3 from the floor. And then G with the jam.
Just really smart distribution from Jimmy Butler right there. He's putting a bigger emphasis on getting his teammates involved.
And now another look at that great drive and finish, brought to you by Mobile One.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
Here's Halliburton. The Warriors pull it in.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Gabriel and G with the stuff.
Some power coming from the PG.
Ah, that's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Mora, the pass to Mathurin. High arcing shot. The layup missed. The Warriors have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Gabriel. That one, no good. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
Should be an interesting game, as these teams don't see a lot of each other, being from different conferences.
Right. They'll meet 2 times this year, East versus West. Let's see which team can enforce their style of play.
Read the commentary.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Halliburton. They get it back. Shot's good by Turner.
You love the determination, right? Miles Turner effectively getting to the window and getting another opportunity.
Last outing for Indiana. They won that game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Well, let's give some credit to the coaching staff as well, recognizing the weaknesses in that defense and going after each one of them.
And back in 2021, Miles Turner put up a crazy stat line. 7 made threes, 13 rebounds, and 3 blocks. Just the 4th time someone has reached those numbers in a game. I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And for Turner, Greg, that ridiculous line has been equaled by only 2 players ever.
Hey, Kevin, how about that? Only Karl Anthony Towns and Vince Carter, who've had the combination of threes, rebounds, and blocks, shows you how special Turner's all-around game is.
First free throw is good.
Just a terrific prospect. Mathurin gives this offense so many options, and he has the physical tools to be a great defender.
Both good from the line that time. And, Greg, you watch Mathurin. He is built to score at this NBA level.
Excellent spot-up shooter. He plays above the rim, and once he gets more comfortable scoring off the bounce, watch out.
Here's Gabriel. What a tremendous game he played against Houston.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Here's Halliburton, and Halliburton slams it in.
That's Halliburton's handle, getting by defenders to the spot and then finish with authority.
Here's Gabriel. The Warriors keep it going. A new 14-second shot clock.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Here's Mathurin. He picked up 24 points in their last one against the Trailblazers in Portland. 5 to shoot from the low block. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
This guy is so good at baiting defenders into the contact. Buddy Hield doing work offensively.
And the second free throw, good. There's 1:17 left here in the first quarter. Here's Gabriel. He's covered by Halliburton. Turner with the steal. Here's Mathurin. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
The Warriors have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Gabriel and G with the stuff.
You know you can count on Draymond Green to make good decisions. This guy comes up with a lot of terrific assists.
Pacers leading by 5. Halliburton passes to Hield. He dishes it to Turner. Butler against Hield. Halliburton outside. Just 5 on the clock. Off the left rim and out. The Warriors have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Butler dishes to G. Fires it up. The rebound by Turner.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And a wide open look for Halliburton. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And I credit the shot selection in that one. It's hard to stay patient, but you see the reward.
Well, typically, Greg, great decision-making leads to great shooting percentages. I thought that team played a very smart game.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Indiana out in front as they wrap up the first quarter on a 15-6 run. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. 8-point game. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. That will be... a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. They've got Halliburton. Buddy Hield is out there with Turner. And it's Nora in at the 4. And the Warriors with possession here. Following the three-pointer by Buddy Hield.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
In decades past, teams that led the league in threes, if they shot that same rate now, would rank, Greg, dead last in the NBA. So with that thought, which teams of yesteryear probably should have shot more threes?
And that's a good one. Kevin, I think you got to look back to the Run TMC Warriors, right? How about the Larry Bird Celtics? And they could knock down the triple.
T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Halliburton.
For the Pacers, T.J. McConnell.
Here's Gabriel. Turner covering. Gabriel can't get it to go.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Here's Nembhard, guarded by Curry. Shot clock at 5. Here's Hield. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And with that shot, the Indiana lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Stephen Curry.
Well, don't underestimate Curry because of his size. This guy does a great job absorbing contact and still finishing.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam camera. During the Sixers' process days, of course, they developed lots of undrafted players.
They certainly did, Kev. Look no further than a guy like T.J. McConnell, who entered the league in 2015. Philly allows T.J. to learn how to play the lead guard position. He got plenty of minutes. He could play through his mistakes, and all that experience was huge for McConnell's game.
And with that shot, the Indiana lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from G.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Passes to Nembhard. Here's the 3. Rebound by Butler. Warriors have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Gabriel, the pass to Kuminga. Here's Gabriel. Turner covering. Curry dishes to G, and G with the stuff.
As great as he is as a scorer, what we know unequivocally about Stephen Curry is he wants to find his teammates.
Pacers leading by 6. Pass to Nembhard. Here's McConnell. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Second violation. Home team basketball.
The Warriors have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Here's Gabriel. He's covered by McConnell. Gabriel's shot's good. Now just a 3-point Indiana lead.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
That's tipped. Butler with the ball. Now guarded by Hield. Here's Gabriel. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 3 assists now in this one.
Oh, great ball movement there.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. G really making a difference here.
Boy, he's really had their number. They need to make some kind of adjustment during this timeout.
Neesmith, he's checked in for Indiana. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Back to McConnell. There's the pass to Hield. And there's the drive. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Jonathan Kuminga picks one up.
Well, Buddy Hield puts it on the deck, gets the foul call. I'm not sure he was looking for a foul, but he gets one anyway.
The Pacers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. Free throw drops for Hield. He hits both from the stripe.
And it took them a while to find their touch at the line, but they have been red hot here in the second quarter.
Here's Gabriel. He's covered by McConnell. For three. Gabriel's shot's good. Gabriel's got the lead up to 1 now for the Warriors.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
On the wing, Hield. Defended by Butler. Hield, the pass to Neesmith. Second chance shot. Shot's good by Turner.
Well, 6'11", 255 pounds. Miles Turner using that size to his advantage.
Here's Gabriel. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Indiana?
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
Now, here is Halliburton. He had 13 points in the win against the Trailblazers in Portland.
Boy, and defensively, he had them off balance. He was able to come away with 4 steals.
Here's Mathurin. Halliburton, that's good. Halliburton's got 14.
And Mathurin proving he can be unselfish, wanting to find his teammates.
Outside Curry. Lets the 3 fly. That one misses. And Indiana will come the other way. 3-pointer. And it's Mathurin missing. And so Green will bring it up for the Warriors. They trail by 1. Here's Gabriel. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Gabriel's got 28.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Now here's Hield. He's got 6. A costly foul there. He'll shoot 3 free throws. Greg, looking back at the 2021 draft, 9 still shot. Tyrese Halliburton fell to 12. My goodness.
What a steal Halliburton has been. He broke his wrist in college, and that scared some teams away, but boy, Tyrese has been awesome in the NBA. And guys, a bit of a surprise with the change of scenery for Halliburton.
Oh, I'd say so, Greg, because this guy was the number 12 pick just a year before, had an outstanding start to his career his first year in Sacramento. I don't think there's any doubt this guy will continue to shine in a new uniform.
Pass to Mathurin. We've got 28 seconds left in the first half. Gone a very strong 4 for 5 from 3-point land in the ball game. Gabriel, and it's G finishing it off. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Hield against Butler. Up top, Hield. Great tee that time from Green.
Boy, that's so easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Warriors ahead, up 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Steve. A good rhythm for you in the first half. What do you like most about how your team's competing?
Just like the ball movement, the drive and kick. Our guys have played really well together. Just trying to move the ball, get a great shot.
We'll see if we can keep the ball flying around as we continue. Thanks. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. I guess Shaq's not here today. If your name is Kenny the Jet Smith, raise your hand, please. There. And I'm Kevin Harlan. Well, for the Warriors, Kenny, how'd you see it?
I have to applaud their offensive consistency. They're not wasting possessions or taking bad shots. That's a testament to their patience, their discipline. They're focusing on playing intelligent basketball.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Indiana?
They were strong in transition. Seemed like the guys fed off the higher tempo. Certainly, they definitely got the looks they wanted, playing an outstanding game. They can keep it up in the second half, they may wear the other side out.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Fans, please give a big round of applause.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at G in this game, he's been everywhere.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
Yeah, this guy, he plays fast, he's aggressive, and if you let him get to the cup, there is nothing that you can do about it.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. So with Thompson sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Green. Jimmy Butler is out there with Kuminga. Then it's Curry. And it's Gabriel in at the one spot. Now, here is Halliburton. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Halliburton's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Pacers. Curry passes to Gabriel. And G with the stop. And not even 3 quarters out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
They get it again. And it's blocked. They recover it.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Kuminga dishes to Curry. He kicks it to Butler. Shoots. Gabriel's shot's good. And now it's a 3-point Warrior lead.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And he banks in the layup. Butler's got the lead up to 5 now for the Warriors.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Timeout called the Pacers.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
Make some noise.
Passes it to Mathurin. Back to Halliburton. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Assistant.
Halliburton's got 4 points in the quarter.
Tyrese Halliburton has it cooking, guys. He's created good offensive momentum, and he's keeping his foot on the gas pedal.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And a close game like this, you've got to dig deep and just find a way to make things happen.
Here's Halliburton. The Warriors making the shot. Pass to Hield. Down low. Here's Mathurin. And the shot goes down. Mathurin's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And Mathurin, a big guard who doesn't back away from any challenge.
Here's Gabriel. He's covered by Halliburton. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
2nd personal foul.
It goes on Tyrese Halliburton. The Warriors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And G drops them both.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Halliburton passes to Norham. Gabriel with the rebound. Gabriel's got 5 rebounds tonight. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
1st personal foul.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
The Warriors have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for. Around 80% on the season.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the 2nd half. Halliburton kicks to Turner. Misses from close range. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Shots good from Butler.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here. Have the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
This is a dominant stretch. I am so impressed with how they played together as a unit over this last stretch.
Heel, and Butler sends it back.
There are times on the defensive end where Jimmy Butler is locked down. He wants to send it back with the block, and he does exactly that.
The Pacers making a change here. McConnell's checked in. Here's Gabriel. He's covered by McConnell. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the 3rd. Gabriel's shot's good.
Well, they're just riding a hot hand down the stretch, and he's been in the zone all night.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. The reviews have been good for the league's moves to eliminate foul calls on non-basketball moves. The NBA said it wanted the game to be played, not manipulated. Draymond Green says it helps to know that you'll have more of a fair opportunity as a defender. Guys can't just cheat the system. Kevin, back to you.
That's great to see, David. Thank you. And Indiana making a change here. Neesmith has checked in.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Here's Mathurin. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. 5 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Chris Duarte's checked in for the Pacers.
Substitution for the Pacers, Chris Duarte.
There's 1:40 left to play in the 3rd. Here's Gabriel. A three-pointer, no good. Pacers trail by 15. Neesmith, the pass to McConnell. Halliburton outside. Indiana again, missing.
Well, he had the defense's attention, dropping 2 threes in the first half, but he hasn't made one since.
There's Kuminga. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And boy, he can see blood in the water attacking a somewhat helpless team right now.
Well, you love that there's no let-up in how they're playing. They want to dominate every aspect, including second-chance points.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
Now, here's McConnell. Turner with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. And Turner kicks to Halliburton. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
You know matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
And here are the Pacers now. The Warriors making the shot. Back to Halliburton. Good on the shot. Halliburton's got 22 points.
Well, you have to understand how to score when you're in the paint and you are 6'5". Tyrese Halliburton, he knows the way.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. The Pacers making a change here. Nemhard's checked in. Warriors leading by 18.
Timeout, home team. T-shirt time. Dub Nation, who's going home with a free T-shirt? Fans, please give a big round of applause for your dance team.
32 seconds left here in the third quarter. From deep. Gabriel can't get it to go. Pacers trail by 18, and the foul called on G. That will get him his fourth foul of the game. Here's Duarte, defended by Butler. Here's Duarte. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Pacers have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. 5 seconds left in the third quarter. Timeout called the Warriors.
And sometimes from the outside, not always clear what led a coach to call for a timeout.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
Long range from the inbound. Gabriel's shot's good. Gabriel's got 48.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Warriors lead by 19. And we'll be back with you right after this. Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hey, it's all about who's more physical. And you got to beat them early. These guys are going to wear down, but we got to make them wear down.
Well, imploring his guys to up the aggressiveness on the defensive side.
And Kevin, preaching physicality. When you play for Coach Carlisle, you got to bring energy.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for Indiana, Mathurin at the shooting guard. Hield is the small forward. Then it's Turner. And it's Nora in at the power forward. Warriors leading by 19. Gabriel, the pass to Green. Nemhard grabs the board.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Here's Mathurin, trains the three-pointer. Mathurin's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Pacers. Gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. Butler dishes to G.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Now the pass to Nora. Turner trying to free himself up, and Indiana, another three.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Here's Gabriel, and got it! Another basket.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pass to Mathurin. Puts up a three. No good on that one.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Here's Gabriel, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Warriors.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
I think the other thing we're seeing tonight is the floor spacing of this team. Boy, they are shooting the cover off the basketball all game. You have to appreciate the doggedness and intensity on the glass. Wow.
Halliburton with the steal. To the paint. Here's Mathurin, and it's good for 2. Mathurin's got 5 points now this quarter.
And inside, Mathurin makes great use of his agility, developing some instincts for how to get around in traffic.
And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Pacers. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Now here's Hield, the 3. And it's Mathurin missing. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Here's Gabriel. He's covered by Halliburton. Gabriel, the pass to Green. Green against Halliburton. It's tipped. Outside Curry. Passes it to Gabriel. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
How about the reach of Miles Turner? He covers so much ground to come up with these blocks.
Outside for Halliburton. That one's good from the corner. Halliburton's got 24 points.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regroup. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun. Seeing an uptick in his trips to the free throw line really since we came out of the half.
For a while, the East was all LeBron. And the West? Well, Doris, as we know, the West was dominated by Golden State. But now, does the league, do you feel more wide open?
Well, certainly when you look at last season, I thought there were 4 teams that absolutely had a shot to make the finals. Contingent on health. Obviously, Milwaukee, without Chris Middleton, struggled to get over the finish line. In the West, you had 3 teams who I thought legitimately could advance. So certainly the gap between playoff teams feels small.
I accidentally pressed timeout. Holy shit. Okay, it's okay. We can get the foul again after this.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Thanks so much, David.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
It took a shift in strategy, but it seems like they figured it out. Let's see if they can extend this run all the way to the finish.
Here's Gabriel. Pacers with the rebound. Turner's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Here's Nora. No good on the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Gabriel trying to get open as Butler. Gabriel can't get it to go. Now the Pacers with it. They're on a 14-5 run here. And now we've got the intentional foul.
First team foul.
1:35 left to play in the final quarter. Hield against Butler. Hield the pass to Mathurin. And it's a defensive 3-second.
Bro.
In violation.
At the line for the Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
What we know about Tyrese Halliburton, this guy always ready to push the pace. He's got a ton of energy. He's willing to outrun and outwork other guys.
Now here's Hield. Just 5 to shoot. From outside the arc, Gabriel with the rebound. Gabriel's got 6 rebounds in the game. He can't get that one, and it's the Pacers taking it the other way. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Yeah, he cuts the deficit a little bit, but not as much as he could have. One miss can make a big difference. And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Warriors.
It didn't look like a game that was going to work out for them, but man, how things changed in a hurry.
Man, I'd say it was gutsy, Kevin, in terms of what they were able to do in that comeback. An incredible amount of fortitude when facing all of that adversity. And not just to come back, but how about to come back and win going away.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for G.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
On offense, here are the Pacers. It's a 10-point game.
Third team foul.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
At the line for two.
And the second of two is good. That brings them within single digits. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Gabriel. He's covered by Halliburton. Gabriel can't get it to go. Here's Mathurin. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Here's Gabriel. So we see the Warriors get the win here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and played with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
We'll see you.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Draymond. When you look at the stat sheet and why things work tonight, what are you looking at the most?
Turnovers. That's the key to the game. Look at turnovers and how many free throws they shot. If they weren't able to set their defense, we didn't turn the ball over, we were able to set ours. Those are the two things I look at.
Certainly sounds like the foundation to victory, man. Congrats again. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.
He's 6'5". He's like 195. Damn. The difference between us is like 3 inches. It's crazy. No, 2 inches. Sorry. So 6'7" is like 200-ish or 200. Let me count. So 6 foot is 182. 6'1" is 185. 6'2" is 187. 6'3" is 190. 6'4" is 192.5. 6'5" is 191. Wait, 6'3" is 190, 6'4" is 192, 6'5" is 195, 6'6" is 197, 6'7" is 200. So I'm 200 centimeters tall. Well, I was like, getting the same height with LaMelo. You suggest. All right. This is the end of the video, the end of the stream. So yeah, thanks for the stream. Bye bye.